From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Tonight, we kick off a new NFL season with the opener for 2023, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. A new season of NFL football is here, and we're off in 2023 on EA Sports. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Now a seventh-round surprise from a year ago. It's Isaiah Pacheco. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes it's his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Now Mahomes throwing on second down. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Now for Patrick Mahomes and these Chiefs, they're trying to become the first team to repeat as Super Bowl champs since the Patriots in the 03-04 seasons. So we're going on 20 years here. What kind of chances do you give the Chiefs of pulling it off?
Well, traditionally, we know how difficult those chances are. Heck, we can't get a repeat winner in the NFC East, so you know it's tough in the NFL to go back-to-back, let alone win a Super Bowl. But here's the thing about this team. Culture, a word we use almost too often, is really ingrained in a positive way in Kansas City. Not only do they believe, but they've got a heck of a roster, too.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
A man who re-signed with the Chiefs back in May. Here's Jerick McKinnon. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
On second down, here's Mahomes. A dump down to McKinnon. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Romeo Okwara in on the tackle. So from the 37, here's 2nd down and 8. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. That'll be caught. It's Tony. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 18. 19 yards that time for number 19. A first red zone opportunity of the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. Headed straight. It's Pacheco. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Escaping the pressure right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelce. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs are on the board here first in the season opener. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's the 12th overall pick in April's draft, Jahmyr Gibbs. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Goff. Throws out left. It's caught by Williams. McGoff and Williams hooking up there for a Lions first.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Yeah, 1 for 1. A lot more to go. And some room to maneuver. Yeah, he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good pickup there, a 22.
Hey, that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front. Completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
They'll fake the give. Now Goff. That pass caught. It's Williams. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Goff throwing again. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. That puts him in excellent position, first and goal after a gain of 19.
And not all spectacular catches are the result of a pass that maybe was not thrown quite right. Sometimes it's thrown in the perfect spot, and you have to just go get it. And he did that right there.
No fear there in the middle of the field. They'll run with Gibbs. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Lions are an extra point away from taking the lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. And we got a few for 2023. A lot of Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there for KC. And even 40 yards.
That's good for our Kansas City Chiefs. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. Oh, good move. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Travis Kelce, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Chiefs are able to move back in front. This time the extra point up and good. And that'll make this a 6-point game. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a first and 10. Looking downfield for Jones. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time. That'll bring up second down. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that. Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 8. They run it with Pacheco from the gun.
And he's got room.
And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
On first down, they go back to Pacheco.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Well, he's going to go for it all. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City.
Back deep, Khalif Raymond. And it's taken in at the 9. Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7, though, on the return. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Goff now looking to throw. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Goff on first down. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. In for the sack, Deion Jones.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Here's Goff. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Gall. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance.
That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Hey, dribble it.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Throw left side complete. That's James. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass.
A solid stiff arm. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first, 18 yards that time. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Trying to find his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And the Lions are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that. But I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Chiefs will take over here just shy of the 30.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
The offense on third down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on third down.
Yellow. Hey, 43.
Mahomes going to throw. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Take it in at the 22. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you. An intercept.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. He's on his way.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. To throw is Goff. And his throw is incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Man open, and St. Brown has got it.
Goff to St. Brown for the Detroit first down.
That's a big conversion there on third down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
On 1st and 10, Goff. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45.
And just a yard to go here on 2nd down.
Back to throw, Goff.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd.
Oh, they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose. They call it luck or skill, whatever the case is they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Setting up the screen, this is Gibbs.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Now it's gone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
On 2nd and 10, Goff. That is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked up by Nick Bolton. Down the sideline he goes.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Charles, he was looking for just a short throw. Kept it in range for the rare linebacker pick 6.
And give him full credit for his focus. He just kept the quarterback in his sights, and where he was looking to throw, he positioned himself perfectly to be there for the interception. He made the play of the game for his defense right there.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. Goff.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Goff.
And this will be incomplete. Well, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
4th down, a give to Gibbs. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44.
So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night
it's
opener.
A new season.
As we'll
so
send you
both
down to
these
Orlando,
coaching
we'll
staffs
check in
likely
with
making
Jonathan
plenty of
Coachman
adjustments
for our
after
EA
their first half
Sports
of football.
halftime report.
So for the call of the
Coach.
second half here in week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
On 1st down now, run with McKinnon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And Ndamukong Suh, unblockable there as he got in there to make the stop behind the line.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. 20. Last play, they didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they gain almost 40 yards here.
That's good for our Kansas City Chiefs. 1st and goal at the 9.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. From the gun, they will run with McKinnon. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
15.
Mahomes now to throw.
This throw nearly intercepted. Oh, the big D lineman almost had it. But 3rd down coming up.
And that could have been the lifeline they needed. This is a play that could have been made. Instead, it's just going to fall incomplete.
57. Attack. Attack.
And Mahomes sees something. He'll change the play.
Hey, 57.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7.
Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this week 1 contest.
Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now it starts. Momentum gives you something to build on for your next possession.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
2nd down, and they go back to Gibbs. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. The defense was dialed into the pass. They overlooked the draw play.
And how often do we talk about the oldies are still goodies? Because that draw play comes straight from Coach Paul Brown's playbook, going all the way back to the original Cleveland Browns.
And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 3.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Offenses all over continue to be aggressive, and most people never turn down a shot at a deep ball. But oftentimes it attracts a little bit of extra attention, and it did on that play, and that one got knocked away.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Now the former Bear, this is David Montgomery.
And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 46.
Now he'll try to run with this.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Off the play fake. Hooker. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
He's airing it out for Williams. And this is caught. And in for the Lions touchdown.
Jamison Williams.
49 yards.
And the Lions are able to cut into that deficit. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open to the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Fair catch, gain at the 25-yard line. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They go play action with Ryan. Throw that sound, completion to Rice. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Rice with a nice catch, and he had to be happy on draft day. I would say ecstatic, getting a chance to join the Kansas City offense. And you know what? Kansas City was awfully happy to get him, too. A physical guy will go underneath and inside, take a hit, and make the catch anyway.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Now it's Ryan.
This one is caught. It's Moore.
A gain there of 30 big ones. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
Pacheco gets it up the gut. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down.
Now a toss left for Pacheco.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco
from 17 yards out.
And the Chiefs are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away.
No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
He'll find his rookie tight end, Sam Laporta.
23 yards the pickup there.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
On first down, Hooker. Incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
He's got his tight end. That's Laporta with it. A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week one. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game, has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day one.
Off play action. Hooker. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
One thing you have to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Patterson's kick is good.
And that will move the deficit from 20 down to 17. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's second down and 1. Here's Pacheco once again. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 84 yards rushing for him now here in week 1. A very solid start to this new campaign. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Travis Kelce with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Chiefs are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead is now 24.
Lions 20.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Okay, break.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Down the left sideline. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30.
A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
So this play, until recently, only something you'd probably expect to see in a college game, but running quarterbacks are certainly in vogue, and this turned into a big play.
And you and I both know that for a long time, coaches worried about their quarterbacks taking too much punishment, running plays like this, and they still worry about it. But when you can break up big chunks of yardage like that, it's worth the risk. Plus, you're coaching that quarterback to see those guys coming and get down before the big hit occurs.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted.
It's Joshua Williams with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball. And
nothing but green grass here, middle of the field.
Running free at the 45. Off to the races. Moving inside the 20.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco.
Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Chiefs start to open this lead even wider here in the 4th. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Edwards-Helaire on the counter. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Moore, the man in motion.
And he'll get it here on the touch pass.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 43. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage. 17 on the play.
They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
11 more yards that go around. A first down as well.
Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun.
No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down.
Jack Campbell running him down behind the line.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. And right side, they're going to go option here.
Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line.
And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper. And a first down.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. 1st and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
2 yards gets them back to where they started, but now 3rd and 10.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you've never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but The self-inflicted wounds. They've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 31-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
He's just not at his focus in this game. It's not 1 drop. It's not 2. That's 3 for this contest.
Yeah, uncharacteristic for any NFL receiver, and he's no exception.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And this is a situation where, as a head coach, you're just saying, what else could go wrong? Let's get it all out of our system, please. This has been a sloppy game throughout. The execution has been lacking. A lot of mistakes, both mental.
And this is going to be caught. So an offensive final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Just a formality now, but here's the extra point. So the PAT is good. They get the touchdown the point after, but of little consequence in the ending as this one's now over. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
So for the Chiefs, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday opener. And they'll get a few days to savor this one before they take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for Detroit,